What is up, you guys? This is my Proactiv review. This is my second Proactiv journey. This is gonna be like a long review, but straight away I'm gonna give you the pros and cons just in case you don't want to watch the whole video. Pros: gives you clear skin. Cons: if your skin is anything like mine, you're gonna have to use Proactiv for the rest of your life. And the other con is your wallet is gonna hurt from buying Proactiv for the rest of your life. I love Proactiv. Let's just get that out there. I do think that the one pro really outweighs the cons. So really quickly, my story. I started using Proactiv in high school. It was the last ditch option. I was getting a lot of really bad boils and zits that were really painful. And honestly, it puts a damper on your confidence. So when I started using Proactiv, I was using it for a couple months and I was pretty sure that it wasn't working. I went to a regular checkup with my doctor and my doctor noticed my face and she pointed out my acne and said, "Are you using Proactiv?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't think that it's working." And she said that Proactiv is made to bring all the pimples to the surface for like the first 3 to 6 months. It's going to be worse before it gets better. So that kind of sucked, but I feel like nobody really knows that about Proactiv, and it definitely was the truth for me, at least. This was me before and after Proactiv. I think it started working around 6 months, but here comes my con. I started using it probably like 16 years old. And I stopped using it around 23 years old last year. So I've probably been off of Proactiv for an entire year. I thought, since my skin was so clear for so long, that we won the war, you know? But I was wrong. Exhibit A. After an entire year of not being on Proactiv, you can really see the difference. On Proactiv, I went from having like 1 or 2 pimples like a year, a couple months. Now I wake up in the morning, I have 2 or 3 pimples, and I go to sleep at night, I have 5 more. So I unfortunately think that once you start Proactiv, you can't stop. If you're wondering why I'm looking over there, it's because I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Guys, I've been struggling with acne my entire life. And when I say nothing's working, I mean nothing is working. I've tried everything. Pimple patches, I've tried Korean 10-step skincare, Korean skincare, tried literally everything. I'm starting my second Proactiv journey tomorrow. Now, here's a few things I just want to mention about Proactiv that I think are worth mentioning. I forget how much this costs, I'll put it on the screen. When I first started using Proactiv in high school, I was buying the 3-step skincare. I think it was like their starter pack or something, and it came with a cleanser, a toner, and a repair cream, and I used that for a long time. The thing is, Proactiv says, oh, like this will last you 6 months. I was using it twice a day, and it lasts way longer than what they say it'll last. I've been using it past its expiration date because I finish things when the bottle is empty. I don't know if you should do that, but personally for me, I've had no issue with that in the past. So that saves you a little bit more money if you use it all the way until the bottle is empty. Another thing I'd like to say, you may have noticed, I do not have the 3-step package. I've created my own little kit. I use the cleanser, the first step of the 3-step kit, and I use their green tea moisturizer. So I'm gonna start using them tomorrow. I prefer to do it in the morning just because this green tea moisturizer is amazing. I have really oily skin. It doesn't make my skin oily. Like, have you ever had those moisturizers? After like a couple hours, your skin just starts getting oily again? This one is your solution. I use this in the morning. I use like Clean and Clear at nighttime with Burt's Bees moisturizer, which has started to get really expensive. So I'm probably gonna switch this one out. But nighttime, I just try to use something different to change things up for my skin because I don't recommend doing Proactiv twice a day. When I was in high school, I was following the directions. The directions said to use it twice a day and to wash for a full 60 minutes with this cleanser. Oh, 60 seconds. 60 minutes is crazy. It says to wash for a full 60 seconds with this cleanser, which I do not recommend either. Proactiv burns. If you're new to Proactiv and you're following the directions, I would not follow directions. It burns. It gets worse before it gets better. That might be a con for you. It's not a con for me because I'm already going through it, you know? I have issues like me where like these patches just don't go away no matter what you do. Proactiv is a solution. I'm promising you that. But for the sake of this video, I am going to show you guys the process, how it's gonna look over the next couple of months. I'm gonna fast forward you guys into tomorrow. I got another one right here. But I will say my face feels so smooth. I'm absolutely hating the way that my face looks right now. You guys, this calamine lotion, it's not made for acne, but it works. Today's not good. As you can see, a lot of pimples are sprouting. It's been a pretty bad week for my face. Pretty bad. I started doing it twice a day, but it started to burn, so I'm back to once a day. It's not going good for me. Or this is just Proactiv working its magic. But I haven't had a fresh pimple in a couple of days, and that's a good sign. These are all like scars. It's been a while since I've given an update, but really nothing has changed. Still the same 3 patches, but they're definitely fading, so that's good. I think they're just scarring over. I sometimes get a little discouraged thinking that the Proactiv is not working, but I look at videos of when I first started and I have come really far. But are you kidding? Are you kidding? This is looking so good, you guys. Face card. Girl, does this not look so different? I still have these huge scar patches. This one's new, you can tell. But these, they're flat, you know? They're just scars. So I might have to buy like some sort of special cream for that. Or they'll fade eventually, right? It's just flat, you know? It's just scarring. These are new. You know, I do get like these little bumps here and there. And I think that's just because I'd be eating junk food, you know? They pop up here and there, but they're not painful. They usually disappear after like a day. So for the past couple of weeks, I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing. Girl, them dark circles. I don't do eye cream anymore because it's too expensive, but I would. So I've still been using the Proactiv cleanser and this moisturizer in the morning to go with that. I'm still using Clean and Clear. As you can tell, I'm not lying. I've been switching off between that one and the morning one for my nighttime routine. I did run out of the Burt's Bees moisturizer. I kept the bottle just in case. Girl, I think this is like $13. So I'm not buying that again. I used to buy skincare from Innisfree and they would give you little free samples. As somebody who doesn't have a lot of spendable money, I've been using free samples. They're not even moisturizers, but you guys, you can use them as moisturizers. They're considered serums. This one's an emulsion. All right, guys, the 6-month mark is in a few more days, and this is how we're looking. The last couple of patches I have are on my cheeks, and I think those have faded significantly over time, but I am really pleased with the outcome. let's look back. I got another one right here. I'm telling y'all, Proactiv really works. So that is my review of Proactiv. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it helped you with your journey. I hope it helped you make a decision on whether or not to use Proactiv. That's it. Bye.